Welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Here to give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabis. All right, so check this out. Today, we have some special guests with us. In the world of corporate financing, our guests are often referred to as the go-to guys that clients trust implicitly when seeking additional capital. Their extensive experience and expertise have enabled them and their team to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of business environments, resulting in the successful raising of over $110 million per year.
Per year?
I said per year.
Okay.
All right. Today we have with us John McCauley, founder of Preferred Funding Group, and David Cesario, who is a business funding specialist at Preferred Funding Group as well. Cannabis audience, get out your seats, get your roll on, and drop some dollar signs and emojis or just money in the comment section right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. How does it feel to kind of be out there and doing what you guys are doing, making the impact that you're making?
Feels great. I mean, one of the most rewarding things I think that you could do is help business owners, is help to enrich people. And we have our own little part of that. So very rewarding occupation. We work with thousands of businesses a year, and it's not only super entertaining, but very, very rewarding. I mean, we get a lot of sense of pride in what we do.
I'm looking forward to them putting us on game as well as putting our audience on game.
This is definitely a put you on game episode.
For real.
And now the key topics that we are going to go over today are understanding high-risk industries and how much that really has an impact, if at all, cannabis industry and funding. And we also are going through the importance of financial consulting and how money management plays a role once you have gotten that funding for your business. And of course, we're going to kind of talk about that wonderful marriage between our affiliate partnership.
With that being said, man, let's get to it.
Let's kick it off. Let's do it. What do y'all have to say about people that elect to, get it out the mud themselves and use all of their own funds, even down to their saving accounts? What do you think about that?
I think it's admirable. I just think it's very risky. If you're in an industry where it's not a capital intensive industry to start, organic growth is amazing. If you don't need to take money, don't take money. But if there is some type of capital exposure, your options are liquidate your retirement, borrow from friends, deplete your savings, second mortgage your house. And all of those can seem very normal and very, they could seem organic, I guess, as a way to start your business. But understand that those are your safety nets. Those are what you've worked very, very hard to build. And now you're going into very unsure waters, and you're taking your safety net and throwing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're not using it anymore. So if that's your only option, great. But if you work your whole life and you have strong credit and great income to match your credit, if you have the ability to borrow money, especially if it's institutional money. If it's coming from a bank and credit union and it's FDIC insured, and yes, you're going to pay an interest rate. And I think that would be most people's argument is, well, this money I have is free, but it's not. When you deplete your savings account, there's always a cost of money, whether you understand it or not. So divesting your money from your retirement, obviously that cost is very tangible because you're divesting your money and risking it on something where you could lose it very easily. To me, if you can get money from a bank, you pay an interest rate, but you're paying for the convenience of not losing your personal safety net, and of, yes, you're taking a smaller profit margin while you're using this money, but you're building your business credit, you're not messing with any of your personal assets, and it's mitigating the amount of risk that you're taking while starting this new venture. So to me, it's a no-brainer. if you've done the work to make your credit strong, use it. That's the point. Don't use it to go get a Kohl's card for sweaters. Use it to build your business.
He's out of line, but he's right.
It's like you're Neo in the Matrix. You have to look at everything differently, and you have to just work hard. Just work hard, build my money, and then I just keep putting time and effort and energy into my business and keep stressing. And
if you're stressed enough, then it's a chance you'll succeed.
Right. That's when we were starting our tax business and tax planning business and everything. And we're like, all right, so we got our brick and mortar location, we got our LLC established, we have our EIN and everything like that. All right, man. So now all we need is capital, and we can effectively scale our business. We went to the SBA and we told him, hey man, this is our plan. He said, okay, that's great, but this is what we need from you all. We need your business plan. We need a 5-year forecast. We need income statement. We need bank statements. We need 2 years of tax returns showing that you're making a profit. On top of that, you're gonna need to put 10 to 20% down on this loan to get any type of funding for your business. We grew up being taught never let them see you sweat.
As God is my witness, I will quit.
Bro, what? They put a 5-year forecast that just deflated all the air in our tires, and we're just like, man, all right, looks like we got to do it bootstrap. Get it out the mud, make it happen that way. So I look back now and it's like, dang, man, if I truly understood OPM, other people's money, or utilizing that capital, and we're saying high risk industries from our perspective, because same issue they're having. They're like, look, man, we're sitting on all this cash and we're bleeding cash at the same time, and we don't have access to other capital. So we got 2 years to make this happen, and in 2 years, if we don't make it happen, it's up. Business is up, and that's a wrap for us.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual stat is, but it's something over 80% of businesses close due to not being capitalized. So most businesses, in fact, need some type of capital infusion right off the bat, whether that's coming from you or a bank or private money, whatever. We work with most other types of lending because we're in a beautiful space of appealing to so many people from a criteria standpoint. We really cover the majority of entrepreneurs and business owners, whereas SBA, very niche. Private money, very niche. Below us is everything becomes very expensive. Yeah. Then you're dealing with MCAs, then you're dealing with hard money. And even those people end up eventually sending us clients as well, just because we're the ease of our process, the 7 to 10 days of processing, like you just described. SBA sends us clients that qualify for our programs, but don't qualify for us. But what they send us more than that is clients who qualify for their program, but don't have a mountain of paperwork like you described. People getting into business need tools like this and information like this to understand, because I think a lot of people jump into business and the last thing they think about is, I'm going to need money. And then when they do need money, they turn to the left and right and try to figure out who they know that knows somebody that, there's not enough information like this, not enough videos, not enough educational tools to help people navigate those waters. They're good at what they do, but then when it comes time to go do something outside of the box they don't know where to find that. Yeah. They go to their bank, they go to SBA, and they get turned down and turned down and turned down. And then, they end up on LinkedIn or something. There's not a lot out there for people to understand where to go. And that's why we built our business around referrals instead of trying to go direct to consumer.
Based off our initial conversation, David and I were speaking. You can easily get you from 30 to 60K in funding based off of X, Y, and Z, right? Because now that gives us more capital, as we mentioned earlier, to scale. But then two, it allows us to bring on the team members. And
Right.
the ode is you gotta spend money to make money, right? You gotta be able to say invest that money into something and leverage that to make you more money, right?
That's how it works.
And so for us, big piece was marketing, right? And that's a killer for many businesses. It's like, man, look, I got the best flower out there. I got the best product out there. I got the best financial services out there, whatever, right? But if nobody knows about it, do you really have it? And that's the thing, right? If a tree falls in the woods, does it really make a sound?
The better question is, if you got the best product out there, are you willing to spend $10,000 on Google Ads to bet that it's the best product out there? Because if it is,
Right.
that 10 grand turns into 100 grand, then
And you know.
There's a chance you're correct.
Exactly.
And if not, you spent someone else's money. It's not you work your butt off, you pay it back, but at least you didn't spend your retirement or take equity out of your house. Or
let's say if I'm a young entrepreneur and I got 3 LLCs, I got great credit, 700 and above, am I able to get separate funding for all 3 LLCs?
ideally, we'd like to cap it at 2, but here's the caveat to that. If you have very strong credit, we'll run you as many times as we can. You're just going to get diluted each time. So what I say by that is the only time we can run you, the only program we can run you more than one time for is the credit lines. The term loans is one and done. That's the cash program. The credit lines, we can run multiple businesses, but it's going to be diluted each time. So let's say we get you 150K in the first round. Your second company may get 100.
Right.
Your third company may get 70. So at that point, we don't want to run you a fourth time and you get 0.
That's very interesting. I'm just throwing stuff on the wall, see if it sticks, right?
Yeah. But it's realistic because those people are really out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know you're there. If you're one of those people that's actually listening to this, just let us know. Like, tap in, drop a comment, right? And also just reach out to us. You'll get our attention. We'll make sure that we get you pointed in the direction of the go-to guys.
And hopefully you've been listening to what he's been saying, right? So they don't do direct to consumer anyway. So hit us up. We'll get you connected with them and get you going. My next question then is, for us, we were able to get 0% funding for a year.
0% interest.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we got no money for a whole year. Shout out.
There goes that intro.
So for us, we were able to get funding with 0% interest for over a year, right? And we got over 60K in funding for a year, let me say that, for 0% interest. After that year is up, do you advise, or do you not advise, but let me see, or do you shun against then somebody with the other entity coming and saying, hey, well, now that I got to pay interest again on these cards, let me go get some more funding via my next entity and get the funding again for 0% interest. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you can. A couple things. With the 0%, the credit lines are open forever. They're what's called revolving. That's the name of their term. So there is no time cap on that. So you can keep them open forever. You're always going to get some type of promotion. The general consumer knowledge of how credit works is, hey, I have credit. If I have credit, I should use it all. If I want something, I should go get 1 million inquiries. If and people just don't understand how credit works. They don't understand that it is actually you get penalized for what you think you should do, and you get rewarded for the opposite of what credit is actually there for. You get rewarded for never getting caught with interest because you make the banks hungry. So like for instance, if I have let's say a $20,000 personal chase card, right? And every single month I rack up 10, 15K and pay it off right before the payment. So I never get caught with interest. Chase now every 6 months is going to bump me. They're going to bump me from 20 grand to 25. And in their mind, if we give him a bigger limit, he'll keep spending and we'll catch him with that interest. I'm saying that to say they're always going to give you promotions. So after that, what I would advise people to do is, yes, use multiple businesses, take advantage of any promotions that are available to you and build your business credit, but also game the system by understanding that when that 0% is up, stop spending and start calling and saying, hey,
hello, do I have an account here?
I need another promotion. I need 0% on balance transfers. Whatever you can squeeze out. I need another 6 months of 0%. Most people don't understand you can ask for these things.
Yeah.
They just think the bank is the bank, and when you understand credit, it's such a powerful tool. I mean, not only can you get your credit to such a high level at such a young age, you can purchase usually whatever kind of property you want. You can just do a lot if you understand just the basic principles of how credit works in our country and how you're judged. Most people just think, I have credit, I'm going to use it, and don't realize you get penalized for closing accounts. You get penalized for utilization over 30%, for inquiries, or they just don't get it. And we deal with these people on a daily basis. So we're dealing with thousands of clients. You really, really realize how uneducated we are as a society in our own banking system. Like, how do we not understand how our own banking system works? So yeah, it's a sore subject in my mind because exactly what you guys are saying is something I've been a direct witness to for the past 13 years running this company, where it's a little upsetting, frankly, to understand that people are this uneducated about something that's so important. And if we were all more educated, we'd probably put the banks out of business, which probably wouldn't be a good thing, because they're profiting off of people not being educated, people not understanding, and people indebting themselves further than they can afford because the bank allows them to.
I lost all my money in a Ponzi scheme, Charlie. I'm broke.
My thought process when it comes to money is it intensifies any and everything that you are as a person and as a business, right? If you're unorganized, if you lack discipline, when you get that money, you're gonna be super unorganized, super undisciplined, and it could put you in it's the lottery effect, right? I'm not saying that this is the lottery, but it's the principle is the same as far as, you get $200,000 in credit, in business credit, and you just swipe, no plan in place for your business at all, no budget established to keep yourself in certain lanes, and now you're at the 200,000 mark. Well, let's say the you can't meet the minimum payments, and then the interest kicks in, and now it's compounding on itself. I mean, you're out of there, and you're gonna blow your business up, and then personally you're gonna tear yourself up, and you're gonna be like, damn, I should have never taken the money in the first place. One of the strategies we spoke about at our financial seminar at Herring Bank, one thing that we talked about there is expense acceleration, right? So when it comes to, let's say you are a high income business, right, and you pay a lot of taxes at the end of the year, one of the strategies you can utilize is spend more money to lower your income, to lower your taxable income at the end, so you don't have to pay as much, right? So let's say, you do have a trucking business, or you do have any type of business. Well, you can make that purchase of some equipment or an asset for your business And then you can utilize that to write off at the end of the year to lower your taxable income. And the great thing about credit cards is they don't count as income towards your overall income, your gross income. But you can write off the expenses before paying the expenses. So you swipe, boom, I have this expense. Section 179 says you can write off that asset at 100%. Write that asset off and boom, now you're at a lower tax bracket. You've lowered your taxable income. You save more money while you've got other people's money in your pocket. I'm going to throw this disclaimer on it. Make sure that whatever you're swiping it for is legitimately for your business. That's the thing. Yeah. Don't go buy you a Maybach and that Maybach ain't got nothing to do. Brother, you got an ice cream shop. Like
ice cream called Maybach. What are you talking about?
Ice cream?
Yeah, I was gonna say, people might want the ice cream. On the inside. Whatever ice cream that dude's eating.
And I'm gonna leave it off on my tangent by saying this. Make sure that you do keep receipts for your purchases, right? So your credit card statement's not gonna count as a receipt. So, again, you make a purchase somewhere, keep that receipt, because if you're ever audited, you just want to be able to show, I really did make this purchase. Here's my receipt for that. So that's the importance of bookkeeping when it comes to your business. This is a common misconception that you see when it comes to business credit.
We get people all over the gambit of occupations, and they're really good at what they do, but generally they don't know anything about funding. So we spend a lot of time just educating people. A lot of it usually comes from people not understanding their own credit. So when they get a pre-qualification, they're shocked either way, whether, good or bad. Sometimes we'll pre-qualify somebody and say, hey, because of your income, your debt to income ratio being so low, your great credit, we pre-qualified you for $300K. And they're like, what? I need $40K. They're like, okay. It's just our job to pre-qualify you. So you take what you want. But then other times, more often than not, you'll get people who need $400K, and then you pre-qualify them for $100. And then you have to explain, okay, your debt to income ratio is at 39%. We like to see you below 40. The number one thing that people don't understand is that you're going to get, as long as you handle the funds responsibly, you're going to get limit increases. So with just like on your personal credit, it's actually a lot more aggressive than your personal credit. They're more apt to give you increases on your business credit much more frequently. And business credit is something everyone should have. It's going to help you in the long run. Establish it the second you establish your business, get it going. It doesn't matter if it's 10 grand. It doesn't matter. Establish your business credit right away and get yourself a Dun & Bradstreet number and get that rolling so that it's there and it's seasoning for years and years and years. And then it will come into play later.
You talked about the DUNS number. That's a big thing that I see, especially like on Facebook and a lot of business groups is like, we need a DUNS number, or what's the purpose of that, or business credit. We personally can attest to, the business line of credit, boosting your business credit. And from your standpoint, what is the biggest reason why having strong business credit is important? What is the biggest reason why having strong business credit is important?
What most people don't understand is anytime you do anything business related, your business credit is pulled. So let's say you start your business, right? And year 1 through 5 is just your building phase. Eventually your business is going to grow and you're going to be in a position one day where you need bigger money, or you need to purchase something in the business's name solely, a car, a commercial property. When you get down that road and you say, oh, okay, well, my business is thriving and now I need to buy an office for us. Okay. When you're buying that commercial office and that mortgage company pulls your business credit and you have zero business credit, you might still get the office, but now it's going to be on your personal credit, and it's going to be 2 percentage points higher. People don't realize If you want something to only report to your business, you have to have established business credit. Now you're playing a different game. Because your business credit's strong, your personal life and your personal credit worthiness is totally separate from your business. They're two separate entities, both with strong credit. If you go get a mortgage now, that's off my credit report. So my debt to income ratio now does not show that car or that commercial property. So all those advantages come from building your business credit to the point where now you're years down the road and you have this huge advantage to be able to put things under your business and keep that actually totally separate from you personally. Inevitably, you'll run into a situation where your business grows faster than you expected, and there was something you didn't see coming that you're going to end up needing, and then your business credit's going to be judged. You still may get it, but you're going to be judged for not having that business credit. And it's going to cost you one way or the other. You're either going to get a higher percentage point or you're going to have to miss out on an opportunity. Can I touch on one thing? You asked me a question of what's the number one misconception, and something actually just came to me as you were speaking.
Okay. Yep.
I think a big misconception people have is, okay, I got 0% for a year. I need to do everything in 1 year. Exactly what you just said. That's thinking about it all wrong. The credit lines are revolving. They're open forever. So because there's no term, you're only required to make a minimum monthly payment of typically 1% with a $500 cap. Let's say we got you $100,000, right? And right off the bat, you use the whole $100,000. And that $100,000 represents a $500 a month payment for you. I mean, I'm just thinking of a million different ways that you can use $100,000 to make you more than $500 a month. It's really hard to mess up with the credit lines because the minimum monthly payment's so low, even with the interest rate, even when the 0% runs out, that doesn't change your payment. So because your minimum monthly payment's so low, you can really make bigger moves as opposed to our term loan where it's like you get 100, just to give you a comparison, $100,000 in credit lines might equal $500 or less per month when fully utilized. $100,000 in term loan, you don't have the option of, oh, I only need 20 right now. And then, oh, well, 2 months later, okay, now I need 70. But then I paid that off. Well, now I need 50. You don't have that flexibility. Right off the bat, you're paying on the whole $100K, and that payment's $1,200-$1,300 no matter what, whether you're using the funds or not. I like the credit lines if you have the flexibility to be able to use credit. If you need cash, you need cash. But if you have the flexibility to be able to use credit, the borrow pay back structure far exceeds the term loan structure. I call my dollars soldiers. I stole that from Kevin O'Leary. He said one time, he said, I look at every dollar like it's a little soldier, and I want to send them to battle, but I want them to come back with prisoners. So I'm always that way where it's like, if I go put 20K here, right, and it's costing me $200 a month, but my net profit per month is $1,000 and I'm netting $800, success. You know what I mean? I'll leave that money out there forever. I don't care. And I'll go find the next one and the next one. So I like that flexibility as opposed to here's a giant lump sum of cash and you owe us no matter what. Good luck.
Why is the term loan 95% versus the business credit?
It's a lot more money and it's cash. So majority of people that come to us are like, I need cash. I need cash for this.
Cash is king.
Yeah. So
Versus I need lines of credit to actually invest in my business to make cash, or I need cash. Yeah.
no, that lends to another point too of what we talked about in the beginning of taking money while it's available to you. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've been in this long enough to understand. We were, for the first 7 years of this business, we were credit only. Cash didn't exist. It did not, could not. What we do now is called a signature loan.
So these term loans, you don't need any type of collateral to put down for the loans.
No. What we're basing the term loan off of is this: strength of credit. Are you 700 and above? What's your debt to income ratio? If your debt to income ratio is less than 40% and you have consistent income, and your income's more than $50K a year, take the funding. If you're hesitating to start a business, you just don't know when the financial landscape of funding is going to change. So when money is available to you, you meet the criteria to get money, get money. I don't know why anyone would do it any other way. If you're in a business that requires a capital infusion, do it with somebody else's money, especially the bank, and mitigate your risk and work your butt off and pay it back. And now you got strong business credit. Your business is off the ground. Your savings is intact. You didn't take any equity out of your home. It's a no-brainer, in my opinion.
I know you said it's not based on in a high-risk industry, but I got to throw this out.
Your inquisitive mind has to pry.
Hey, look, that hamster is. So you're telling me if I had an OnlyFans for cannabis, and I'm just like trimming like cannabis leaves and showing my hands, and that's my business model, right? I'm making money off of that. You know, I got great credit. I came to you all and said, hey, I need some funding so I can scale my OnlyFans. I need more hands. Hey, Jarrell Carter, hop in this thing with me, man.
What?
We going up, baby. We going up. As I meet those requirements, I can get funded.
Yeah. So with one caveat,
Okay.
as long as you don't have some ridiculous name that's going to cause, like if it's like OnlyFans hands or
Hands for
something.
fans.
Hands for fans. Hands for fans is just confusing enough to be fine. It's a lot better now, but you still don't want to do anything that's going to send you to any other department besides approval. Because we don't get too in depth with clients because it's not even a part of our process. We care about what you qualify for and the criteria that you meet.
Well, gentlemen, we appreciate all the game and knowledge that you dropped today. I want to throw this out there for our audience. I want to add value on top of value, and that's something that we, again, our whole Seed to Success method. Reach out to us. If you need funding, we'll get you contacted with these gentlemen.
Yep.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yep.
As well as once you get funding, we'll provide you with your own business plan questionnaire that will help you walk through your business from start to finish for free. On top of that, we'll also help you. We'll schedule a one-on-one with the CPA to go over business financial budgeting. So we'll go ahead and cover that for you the first hour, just so you can really just get your questions off and really get that understanding. That way you can set yourself up for success, because we want to see you get funded. We want to see you grow from that seed of wherever you are to the success that we want you to be. Mm-hmm. And so with that, you need a plan of action for all of that, so you don't suffer from the lottery effect.
Don't do it.
So we'll make sure to have the link in the description. We'll also have it in various places. So reach out to us. We can definitely get you in touch with these gentlemen.
But also, I think what you're adding is immensely valuable. I think that's most people that are starting in business need a little mentorship. So I think getting money is great, but having a plan to pair with that money is exponentially better. Yeah.
That's the game plan, man. We're here, like we're genuinely here to help.
Really want to see people win.
We see younger us out there trying to sit in the car like, damn, how we gonna make this happen, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
here you go. Here you go. We're partnering together to make sure that we can provide a full value of services, solutions, and opportunity.
If you have 700 above FICO scores already, great. We also work with cosigners. So if you know anybody, your mom, your dad, the mailman, your cousin, your girlfriend, anyone with 700 and above FICO scores can co-sign for you. They don't have to have anything to do with the business.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
make sure if you're an introvert, make sure you go out there and make some friends.
Start talking to the mailman.
Yeah.
Right, what is family for? We just want to thank, of course, one more time, Preferred Funding Group. You know, make sure we get clap, and get our roll on and all that kind of stuff one more time. Make sure that you show the guys some love at Preferred Funding Group. Their whole team, amazing. We're talking $110 million per year, and you want to figure out how you can get involved to drive that number up for this year and the next, right?
Yes, sir.
So David, John, thank you guys. And just like that, we out.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Here to give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabis.